little bit from Granth Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So let's guess what the topic will be. And I won't ask you very hard riddles, but something that we can think and activate our mind on. So it is something that some people say it can crawl. Some say it can fly, but it has no legs. It has no wings. It is slippery, yet none has ever touched it. Everyone falls short of it, even if you are rich. What am I? Just guess, it's fine.
Maya.
Yes, time. Good job. So, in Bhagavad Gita, Lord describes who is time. Let us look at this verse. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, verse number 32. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Kalosmi lokakshirakritya pravadho.
Kalosmi lokakshirakritya pravadho.
Loka samaharetumiha pravritta.
Loka samaharetumiha pravritta.
Ritepi tvam na bhavishanti sarve.
Ritepi tvam na bhavishanti sarve.
Eva shishta pratyayanikeshu yuddha.
Eva shishta pratyayanikeshu yuddha.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds. And I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. Just imagine the setting. What is the setting of Bhagavad Gita? It is on the battlefield. What is the name of battlefield? Kurukshetra. Where are they situated? Supreme Lord and his devotee. Where are they? Are they behind somebody? Are they repairing something? No. They're right in the middle of battlefield. Right in between the two armies. And there Krishna says, I am time. Time I am, the destroyer of the worlds. Think about it. And when Arjuna knows, or comes to know rather, that both this army, whether it is the Kaurava army or his own army, they are going to be dead, finished, over. Imagine. And that is due to time. Krishna controls time, and time is Krishna. Very powerful. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada mentions in this purport, and the purport goes this way. Although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by the various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of his devastating force. Why Krishna? It is written in the Vedas that the supreme truth destroys everything, even the Brahmanas, as stated in the Katha Upanishad 1.2.25. Yasya Brahma cha Kshatram cha Ubhe bhavat udanaha mrityur yasya pa se Chya Nam Ka Ittha Veda Yatrasa. Eventually, all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and even else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of Supreme Lord is the all-devouring giant, and here Krishna presents himself in that form of all-devouring giant. Except for a few Pandavas, everyone who was present at the battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, the Lord is saying that even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed, for that was his plan. If Arjuna stopped fighting, they would die in another way. Death could not be checked, even if he did not fight. In fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature. Amazing.
Just one second. Someone has to leave urgently. They're being blocked by this car. R58BSY. R58BSY. You know what kind of car it is?
It's ours.
Sorry.
No, perfect timing. I was thirsty anyways. So, thank you. I want to thank Nilmani Prabhuji for giving me a chance to speak and encouraging me to come up with this topic. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. And please, all the audience, before we go further, I would like to pray to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord and the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas. Please excuse anything wrong if I speak, and please correct me if there is anything. So yes, this is the purport given by Srila Prabhupada, and such powerful purport, explanation of the verse. I bow down to his lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Sachinanda Swami Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. So, the Supreme Personality, this is the trans. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Time I am the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both the sides will be slain." So time is very important, and that's why they say you have to use your time very wisely, right? And that's where the principles for time management comes in. Every corporate, every place, they emphasize on this aspect. But you know what? A devotee does not need to go far and beyond to see anything. Devotee has all this principle mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So today let us discuss some time management principles which are based and given in Bhagavad Gita. So what are the 5 topics discussed in Bhagavad Gita? There are 5 main topics discussed in the entire Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita has how many shlokas? 700 shlokas. And out of that, what are the 5 main topics that are discussed? Can we name it one by one? Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Karma and Kala. Time. So, time is one of the main topics. Time is an energy of Krishna, and here we learn that time is Krishna himself. If you want to enhance your time management skill, you should definitely study Bhagavad Gita, right? So you can take our valuable tips and implement in the life. As we are at the time of the year where the year is about to end, we are all looking forward to year 2022. I personally am looking forward to year 22 because the Lord is going to manifest the new temple. So it's really exciting. It's very, very exciting. But yes, we are at the time of the year where we are looking towards the end of the year, looking for the new year. We will definitely have that idea will cross our mind that what should we plan, how should we organize our life, or what will be my new resolution for the new year. Everybody has, and we have too. So, let us discuss how we will manage all that along with our regular duties and services and what not, right? Think of one thing that you feel if you did it regularly would make your life much better in the long run. Think of one thing, you don't need to shout it out or you don't need to say it in public, but think it and keep it in your mind. Right? Just so let us see. Why are you clapping? I'm very happy though, by the way. Yeah. So time management has these 4 quadrants. Let us see what these quadrants are. The first quadrant is the quadrant of having important things and that are urgent also. Very important and very urgent. The second quadrant is the quadrant of it's important but not urgent. Third quadrant is not important but urgent. And the fourth one is not important and not urgent. Yeah? So let's say, imagine, based on this, what our activities are during the day, or what we go through, what is our schedule, what is our daily routine, and what we want to do, what we want to prioritize in life. Imagine you come from work, you have just reached the front door of your house, and you see a notice slapped at the door saying, you need to vacate the house. The township has slapped a notice on the door saying, you need to vacate the house. Wow, where did this come from? Then you enter the door, and at the same moment, you realize, oh my goodness, I have to get to the yoga class, which is starting in like 5 minutes. I had signed up for it, so I have to go there. Oh my God, at the same time, the friend calls, ring, ring. Oh, remember we have to go to the bowling party? Where are you, man? Oh, really? And at the same time, the mind thinks, my favorite TV show is about to start in just 5 minutes. Wow. Just when you had entered the door, all these few things happens. Does it happen in your life too? Like all of a sudden, everything at the same time? Yeah? Yes? Yeah, I see a lot of people experiencing the same thing. Yes, it's true. When it comes very heavy. So what do? We look at these 4 quadrants and we try to decide what is urgent and what has to be done right away. Of course, we'll do it, right? So the first quadrant says it's a instant reaction. You have to do certain things that you have to do very instantaneously, like that notice. No notice comes, you can't wait. I'll reply. I'll send them. I'll let them know. I'll call them. No, it doesn't work because next day morning they'll come. So you have to instantly talk to someone. You have to figure out, right? So that's a reactive instant reaction you have to give. Second quadrant is proactive. So now you know that you have yoga class scheduled. And that's your priority, that's why you scheduled it, and that's why you have to go. So you have to plan. Okay, if not this time, I have to figure out that time. Third quadrant, deception quadrant. It is that one where you feel like, oh, okay, my friend is calling, but can friend wait? Can we meet at some other time? So you can call a friend and you can tell, hey, buddy, I know I was scheduled, but we have to reschedule to go to this bowling party at some other time because right now I have so many things to take care of. And the fourth quadrant is totally, you can avoid it. And what is that? TV show. You can skip on it, nothing harm, no harm done. Right? It's just for your leisure anyways. So this type of This is generic idea. So it's all based on priorities. And so priority is one of the most important things. Priority management is real time management. We have to figure out what is our priority and do that thing first in the time of the day. Whatever you have the priority of. Some of us have the priority of chanting 16 rounds. Let us put that in first, right? So at the end of the day, you're not like, oh my god, 16 rounds, it's too heavy. I can't do it. Mataji, I can't do. I have no time. Oh my god, what are you talking about? 16 rounds? I hardly have time to eat my dinner. Oh god. So we have to prioritize. Then remember I asked you to think of one thing that you want to do and then keep that in your mind. Right? I'll read your minds. I'll give it to you. It's not quadrant 1. It's quadrant 2. You'll probably have that as a priority in the mind and you'll probably work for it. So it's something that is proactive. You can do something in advance. And I wish all situations that happen could happen in that quadrant. But not everything will happen. Majorly we can plan if we have priority in life. So let's see the 4 quadrants one more time so it's clear for us and we can remember. If I'm able to give few tips and if I'm able to get across this message, I'll be very thankful. So the first quadrant, urgent and important. Do it right away. Like we mentioned the notice, can't ignore it. Do it right away. Second quadrant, not urgent, but it is important. So do it soon. Fourth quadrant, urgent but not important. Delegate or reschedule it. Like we had called the friend, we said, okay, I can't do it today, but is there a way we can schedule it next time? I guarantee you, 99.99% everyone understands and then rescheduling happens. Fourth, not urgent and not important. Ignore it or rather avoid it. Don't waste time on that. If it's not important to you, neither it is urgent. So don't waste time on it. Time is very critical. So in time management, there are 3 types of personalities. Let us talk about that. This personality, one who at the first instance, whatever comes in their way, first instance, anything comes, will panic. It's too much. Oh, I got to do it right now. Right away. If I don't do it right away, it will never happen. It's never going to happen. And they're fully convinced. 100%. They're convinced that, oh my God, even if it's 2 months down the road, doesn't matter. Has to happen next day morning. Or in 2 days. So they themselves will panic. They'll go in the panic mode. Just because the task has come. So they are called panic monsters. The last on the side you see, there's a monkey. And it's called instant gratification monkey. There's a reason why it's called instant gratification monkey. You know why? Because he's lazy. Monkeys are not, they kind of keep flipping. But this monkey is very lazy. It sits and sits and sits until its last moment to do the task. And last moment what happens? Panics. Oh my God, tomorrow is the test paper and I have to prepare the whole night. He or she will quit, go through so much, entire family will also go through, and next day morning, in the panic, you do the same thing, right? You will do the task, but in the mode of panic. So, both panic monster and instant gratification monkey, they both end up in panic. One in the beginning and the one in the end. So the one who is panicked in the beginning, they are called procrastinators. At the first go only they panic. The second one, monkey, who is sitting on the task, sitting. Like for a lot of IT people, right? They get the ticket and they only have to get on to the task. Oh, it's not due until next Monday. Forget it. It's okay, let's not worry about it. But in the end, oh, Sunday night he'll be like, my God, this is too tough. Oh my God. It happens, it's real world. So he's a procrastinator. What we need to do? We need to have a rational decision maker. If you know the task is coming, if you know this is a deadline, plan it. So you are not in the mode of panic. We know from Bhagavad Gita, right? There are how many modes of material nature? 3. What are they? Rajagun, yes, Tamogun, and Sattvagun. So, Rajagun is the mode of passion. Passion. Very passionate. Time. And Tamogun, mode of ignorance. Krishna don't like both of them. Well, passion does take you somewhere. Ignorance also somehow, sometimes. But mode of ignorance means lethargy, laziness. Right? Krishna says, no, both of them are not good. What is good? The mode of goodness, sattva gun. And who is in mode of goodness? This guy here, rational decision maker. He is peaceful because he knows as time comes and time progresses, he has tasked. He has scheduled himself. So prioritize and schedule yourself. 2 things. Staying in the mode of goodness creates a wonderful atmosphere around, peaceful atmosphere around you and around everybody. So the Bhagavad Gita principle that we are discussing right now, it is eligible in the office also, in the home also. For children, it is applicable for the school also. These are all very practical things. Krishna tells us, and let's follow them. So Krishna says that you get the for children homework. If you get the homework, try to do. Work on it a little bit. So you'll know if there is any hurdle coming in the middle of the project, you can get over it. So if we are in the mode of sattva gun, we create not a peaceful environment for ourselves, but peaceful environment for our surroundings as well. In the mode of passion, of course, there's a lot of gusto and work, but it creates panic. It burns people out, personally and people around. Same way, tamogun, you end up being burned up and you burn up surroundings as well. So what happens? Because we are procrastinator and we want to rush things and do it early, we lose creativity. And if we are procrastinators, we don't do until the end, and then in the end the time is short, creativity suffers. So you cannot shine the way who you are, right? Therefore, to find that steady spot is very important. And Krishna mentions in the verse, he says that all 3 modes, they jump. Sometimes tamogun will be, mode of ignorance will be very high, it will dominate. Sometimes the rajagun will dominate. And sometimes sattvagun will dominate. What we have to practice and do, we have to condition ourselves so we are more in the mode of goodness. So the mode of goodness prevails. Right? These are 2 enemies of time management. Who are these 2 people? One is a procrastinator. Oh, I'll do it. The other one is lazy. Just waits until the end. Right? Somewhere he was saying, just last week somebody was saying, अरे क्या करना है? आज करे सो कल कर, कल करे सो परसों. इतनी भी क्या जल्दी है जब जीना है बरसों. अरे यार जी लो. What it means, I'll translate in English. Why do things today when there is tomorrow? Arey, why do tomorrow when there is day after tomorrow? Arey Baba, why do you worry when you have to live a long life? These are the symptoms of laziness, right? What do we need to do? We need to stay and clearly define our priorities, schedule ourselves, and do it. Laziness is very attractive. You know why? Can anybody say why laziness is very attractive? Just look at the cat. You'll find the answer. Why laziness is attractive? Baba, it is instant gratification. It is said, if you work hard, right, you'll find the fruits somewhere in the future. But if you don't work, you're lazy, you get the fruit right now only. Relax, nothing doing. So, this is a case of laziness. Instant gratification. What does Krishna say about laziness? Krishna mentions that he knows we are going to get lazy. Mai sarvani karmani sanya syadatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yuddhesva vigata jvara. Don't be lazy. He says, therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your works unto me with full knowledge of me, without desire of profit, with no claims of proprietorship, all these conditions. And free from lethargy, very important word, free from lethargy, don't be lazy. Fight. Do your prescribed duty. Fight. O Arjuna, rise up. So let's say we have discussed all these things, right? Let us keep our mind in the Sattva-gun. Let us use those 4 quadrants and determine what is important, what is not important, what can be done later, what is really not important, throw it out. And we've also seen what procrastination leads us to, what precrastination leads us to. Now, all these arguments are also there. Let us examine from the other side. Why do we need urgency? What is there? Why are we in Krishna conscious saying, Ore Baba, in this lifetime, let us make it. Let us chant, let us do kirtan, let us make it back to Godhead. Or, achieve a little bit of claim of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Last week in our Bhakti Viksha, wonderful point came up. And we were exploring that. Right? If we are eternal, why should we be so stressed about going back to Godhead in this lifetime? Right? Jab jeena hai barso. Why, Baba? Why? After so many births, I got this lifetime. Why am I stressing? Why should? So, in many philosophies in the world and many traditions in the world, they really don't have understanding of reincarnation, right? And so in that case, it makes sense for them to be anxious about perfecting their life. This is an argument for why should we do it just in this lifetime? This is the argument. Going on, there will be 2-3 more arguments presented. In that case, it makes sense for them to be anxious about perfecting themselves in the life. Oh, the other religion, they don't understand, they don't have reincarnation. So for them, it makes sense. They do it in this life, wherever their destination that is prescribed in the book, will take it. So why are we? We are going to come back, na? So, Krishna also says, Natve vaham jatu nasam natam neme janadipa na chaiva na bhavishyamya sarve vayam atavayam. There was never a time when we were not there in the kings of this world. Then we had always existed. Why are we stressed now? So why anxiety? We can just go in an easy pace and continue in the next life, right? Okay. Keep hearing. Okay. So next argument. Why do I need to chant rounds on beats? I can just chant Hare Krishna mantra one time, once a month. Why? Because Hare Krishna mantra is very powerful. One time only, if you chant this, you can go back. Okay. Why go to so many kirtans? Once a year for 5 minutes is good enough. Holy name is holy name. Another. Why bother to bow down before Krishna? I know in my heart that I am a devotee. Do I need to hear and read and more and come to Janmashtami every year? Okay. Besides, even a little bit of spiritual progress is never lost, right? Someone asking. Yeah, of course. Krishna mentions Neha Vikramana Ashasti Pratyavayana Vidyate Swalpamapyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahatu. Trayate means Believe it. Trayate mahato bhayat. So, why? Why this minimum 16 rounds and why are we doing like this? Okay. There is no doubt, this is also an argument, there is no doubt even once in your life coming in front of Krishna and offering small prayer or just once chanting Hare Krishna is to be eternal and to benefit. That's correct. There is no doubt that even once thinking of the Lord purifies our existence. That is also correct. There is no doubt that hearing just one verse from Gita makes the beginning of a good fortune. Yes, that is true. It is said. But there is a crucial need for sense of urgency. So why urgency in Krishna consciousness? That is long and short what we are trying to explore here. Why? So, to make it short, we're going to use the word cord. Cord means wire. Right? How are we wired? We are conditioned. How are we conditioned? We are conditioned to enjoy the material life. That is why we are here, basically. To enjoy the material life. Even at the death, so much enjoyment tendency is there that even if it's a deathbed, sometimes we will try and find successful people that cannot stop thinking about daily bank account and stock prices. Right? Happens. The guy is fully engrossed in his job, in his work, and whatever he is doing, and he is passionately working towards it all his life. So everything that you do, your entire life, that culminates and comes back at the end of life. The last moments, very critical. Remember, whatever we think at the time of death, that kind of nature of the body we will get in the next birth. Right? So we don't, that's what we are, this is our response to that. That is why we don't want to waste our actions, activities and time. We don't want to waste our time in unwanted, materialistic items or things or association. Our association is very important. If we keep our association in sattva gun, mode of goodness, obviously we'll also get some mode of goodness and spiritual life will flourish. So our conditioning is like that. One time this guy was about to die in his deathbed in the hospital, right, in India. Rich guy with full nice big family. But you know how it is. The attachment to the wealth or attachment to the sense gratification object is so much deep that this is, I'm going to narrate the condition what happened. So he is in ICU, deathbed and everything, all this, wires are attached to him, about to pass away. And the family is at the door of the ICU and the family is saying, "Arey bapu, kuch to bol. Dur se then other brother saw, "Oh bapu, kuch to bola. पास जाके देखा तो बापू बोला कोको कोला हो गया बापू बोला कोको कोला these are the last words gone entry finished. So this is true, this happened, it's a true story by the way. So conditioning, let us be careful of our conditioning and let us use our time in devotional service. So second, our natural love. Our natural state of pure love is covered by the layers and layers of dust of illusion. Oh, I am this body. So we need to understand the process of Cheto Darpana Marjana. There is one process and simple, but only one process prescribed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this Kali Yuga. Cheto Darpana Marjana. Marjana means cleaning, Darpana means mirror. The mirror of the heart we should clean. How should we clean? We don't have a duster to dust it off. How should we clean? Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is wonderful mantra given in this Kali-yuga, we chant and we clean our heart. So this is one way we clean our heart and go back to Godhead ultimately. We only get this human form, and this is another reason. Why is there is an urgency? We only get this human form of life after more than 8 billion species. So it's a rare human birth. Our next life may not be human. You know, if we keep thinking of Coca-Cola, then forget it. Not happening. Yeah. So even if it is, we could easily lose. Even if we get human birth, we may lose the point. Sometimes the Maya Devi is so strong. Actually, Maya Devi is very strong. And it can put you in a situation you will waste your time, the whole entire lifetime. Time is very important. Our time is limited. Therefore, utilize time. Time is something that nobody can give you. Everyone has a specific time. And to be fair, Krishna gave everybody same amount of time in a day. Everyone has 24 hours. The billionaire sitting in his office and the beggar on the street. They all have 24 hours. What you do with that time matters the most. And ultimately, when it is your time to go, that is what matters, where you invested your time. But time is very important. Number 4, dukkha. This word, right? Dukh, misery. Kya mila? Why extend our misery again and again? Again we want to come again, enjoy. The lazy man who is sitting and trying to find excuse, would always say, why? कल करे सो परसों, परसों करे सो तरसों, इतनी भी क्या जल्दी है जब जीना है परसों, why? So, why extend? The counter answer is, why you want to extend this misery? And the point is, you are miserable in this situation. We will tell you, we will explore that, why it is a misery. It is a misery in this world is dukhalayam ashashvatam. That's what Bhagavad Gita mentions, and we can say, check this in this world, right? Haven't we had enough pain? In this Sabha of Vaishnava, please raise your hand if you had no pain in life. Right? Nobody, everybody has pain, something or the other, constantly going on. Why? Because this world is designed for that. Aren't we tired of chewing the same thing, chewing the chewed? I'll clarify this. Chewing the chewed means doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. In this short lifetime also, if we focus, we can understand this is what we've been doing over and over again. And there is no charm in eating the same food which has no juice. Right? Sri Prahlad Maharaj mentions in Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter, verse number 30, very clearly. He says, Matirna Krishna, right? Matirna Krishna, Prata Svabhava, Mitto Vipatya Prikriha Vritanam, Adanta Gobe Mishram, Puna Puna Charita Charananam. I'm sorry I did not have the slide for that verse, but yes, you come again, you do the same thing again and again. In each lifetime, you'll have a set of parents, children, they died, this died, that died, this pain, that pain. Make a house, get a wife, get children, get them married, get them settled. Same thing, same thing. So because we have this human form of life and it is very rare, let us utilize. This is the point. That is why we are saying it is an urgency. Amog Leela Prabhu was asked in India, media was rushing. Hey, you guys are, distributing Bhagavad Gita, saying urgently. What is urgently? This is the urgency, bhai. You never know. When is the expiry date? You want to know it before you go. Varna Bapu bola Coca-Cola. Right? So yes, so this world is full of dukhalayam. Adi Shankaracharya mentions in his poem where he writes like 8 verses, very right. He says, and it goes like this: Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. He samsare sahi dushtare नहीं मुरारे, कृपा पाए पाही मुरारे. Thank you so much. कृपा पाया नहीं मुरारे. So same thing, take birth, get into the womb, come out, same set of miseries again and again and again. Without Lord Krishna's mercy, there is no power. So the happiness lies at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. That is why it is an urgency to go and stay at the lotus feet of the Lord. So it's about time. Let's summarize what we discussed today. We discussed how to manage our time. We discussed Krishna is time. We discussed that everything in the world is going to be destroyed, and that has been destroyed. Where is Mussolini? Where is Hitler? Right? Where is who was the Stalin? Where is Stalin? They all are there. Who killed so many people? Where are they? Like, nobody is more powerful than time. Why? Because time is Krishna. And it will destroy everything. Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita. It will change, it will destroy. And time changes everything. So before it is our time, let us utilize time. If you don't pass the time in Krishna's service, time will not pass you. Time will fail you. That's how important it is. Utilization of time. So we need to prioritize. Make it a priority in this lifetime. Let us have a firm resolute to be Krishna conscious the entire life. Schedule the day, schedule the life, and stick to the plan of self-improvement. Maintain enthusiasm with spiritually progressive company. Very important. It's not like how 15-20 days you go to the gym and the 30th day, oh my god, it's too exhausting, I cannot fit in my schedule. No, please. Make a plan, do it. Resolution is very important, and sticking to the plan is even more important than that. Having a good company is extremely important. Stay and keep yourself in the company of mode of goodness. Be very careful where you invest your time. One of the most dangerous thing is in everybody's hand. This can eat up, this single object can eat up your entire day. It will chew up your brain, everything. You know? And also people. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki jai, Shri Sitaram ki jai, Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki jai. Yes, so we'll be very careful with the objects, online, in person, everything. Please be careful about that so that it does not eat up your time. Your time is very valuable because it's very limited. Keep trying, even if it's difficult at first. Just keep going. Even if it's, see, in spiritual life or in personal life or in material life, wherever you are, in the home life or office life or in the friend's life, wherever it is, have Krishna with you and keep doing. Keep going. Service, keep doing your service. Whatever way simple you can, keep doing your service. Job, simply just focus on the main target and keep doing your job. If we bug our mind too much and eat up our time, it's of no use. So keep trying, even if it's at first difficult. Things will change. Why? Because time changes everything. If you feel painful in life, just say this mantra. Time changes everything. Why? Because time is Krishna. Remember the verse, chapter 11, verse number 32. You'll always feel peaceful. Okay, so we'll end with beautiful darshan of the deity. And one more thing. जब तक रहेगी जिंदगी फुर्सत नहीं मिलेगी काम से. जब तक रहेगी जिंदगी फुर्सत नहीं मिलेगी काम से. कुछ समय ऐसा निकालो और प्रेम कर लो प्रभु श्री राम से. So I'll translate. So it says, as long as we are alive, there will be lots of things to do. There will be lots of things to do. But as long as you are alive, have or create some love for Lord Shri Ram. Hari Bol. Thank you so much for patiently hearing. You know, I hope all this all these tips and tricks help you, and Bhagavad Gita is a storehouse of a lot of knowledge. Keep that with you, spread the message. If anybody has any question, let me know. You can raise your hand. If not, then I have a question. I can ask. So you better ask. If not, then I will ask. Okay. So raise your hand and tell me what was the main topic of today. What is your takeaway point? Simple. Raise your hand. Nandanacharya, yes.
Sense of urgency.
Sense of urgency. There cannot be a wrong answer. Some Mataji was there. Time, yes. Very nice.
Keep
Right.
your senses involved in Krishna consciousness.
Very, 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 very important. Yes, there are multiple topics.
Urgency for devotional service.
Yes, make it in this lifetime, correct? Prabhuji, Partha Prabhuji.
I want to sum up the topic in one verse. Ayurvadati Vaikuntham Udayastutvasam Sarunita Uttama Sloka Vartaya. This time is taking away everybody's work. But who has put his time in the service of Uttama Sloka is Lord.
Uttam Shloka.
Supreme
Supreme
Lord.
Lord.
His time doesn't go away.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Time is beyond time. Yes, Prabhuji. Ashish Prabhuji.
I know what to ignore now.
Yeah, Haribol! Don't do it. Not important, not urgent, just don't do it. Don't waste your time. Wonderful, yes. So, yes, we will explore all these kind of wonderful concepts and make our life very more Krishna conscious. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.